This is the Binti Podcast, 5 Points, 5-Star Review. I am your host, Binti Love. Okay, guys. Hello to all my Binti Love seekers. I'm here in the DMV area. Take this time out right now and hit that subscription button down below, okay? Let's get into it, guys. I'm reviewing Jada Pickett-Smith book review called Wordy. Did I think it deserved 5 stars? I sure did, so I gave her just that. Okay. And here she goes, the beautiful Jada. This is her butt. That's me. This is writing my book review right there. And it's called Wordy, guys. Okay. So point number 1, let me comment and say I love the melody of the book, of her book. It was kind of like a song. Yeah, so it was kind of like a song. Now I know that I don't know if she wrote the book without not having what's called a ghostwriter or not. But it had a nice melodic undertone to the book, flow of writing. Yeah. So I definitely like that. Moving on to point number 2, let me report that her book really shared her youth and her thus she had hardships and in her life here in the Baltimore, Maryland area. And so I just wanted to report that. Okay, moving on to point number 3. My criticism is that I did not feel the soul of Jada. We know Jada, like she has that hard edge that she basically portrays in life and the real core of her. So I feel as though this book did not have that. Like, like this is like Jada. This is the Jada Pickett-Smith. Now, before she was a Smith, she was still Jada Pinkett. Yeah. So who we all adored and loved for years, that sassy girl that just came out and said whatever she liked, whether you liked it about her or not. And so the edge she has does not show up in this book. And you see that she has her hair shaven, although she has alleged to say that she did have some issues of hair loss. But we always notice her a lot of times having short hair, right? Yeah. Still beautiful. Yeah. But I feel as though we want that sassy girl that we're used to. And I don't think that sassy girl, the hard edge, that was vulnerable, but also was kind of like, it was strong, and that was the appeal. That's the only criticism I have, is that I don't feel as though it shows up in this book. So we do not want to lose the authentic Jada Pinkett to the yoga and meditation Jada. Now, I do like that she's into yoga and meditation, but I also want that core person that we always know her to be. Okay, moving on to point number 4, the MVP moment. It's her finding it's her hiding from the cops here in Baltimore and just trying to make sense of what am I really doing here as a young girl? So she found herself out there, not to tell too much about the book, but she found herself out there hiding from the cops, in buildings and basements. And it's a point where she's like, what am I really doing? And I think that's when we started seeing that Jada was trying to change her life, when she saw that aspect of her, allegedly, in the book. Now, is this a research moment or a teachable moment, guys? Let's take a look. This is Michellebilove now. Is this a teachable moment or a research moment? Here at the Michellebilove podcast, viewers try to guess which one it is with the Michellebilove podcast. Is this a research moment or a teachable moment, guys? Yeah, so is it a research moment or a teachable moment, guys? Well, for this one, it's going to be a research moment. It is alleged to be true that a kid of a drug-addicted parents is more likely to have issues with drug addiction, and they too might sell drugs as a child, which happened in Jada's case. And again, the research does say that it is alleged to be true that a kid of drug-addicted parents is more likely to have issues with drug addiction, and they too might sell drugs as a child, which happened in Jada's case. Yeah. But not to tell too much about the book, I definitely think it's a good read. But apparently and allegedly, Jada's parents had issues with drug addiction, and that's what, according to research, leads to children having issues with drug addiction and also selling drugs. Sad but very true. Moving on. Yeah, so point number 5, the most loving moment, is how she tried to protect her mother through all the trials and tribulations growing up in Baltimore with parents with addiction issues. And I saw that loving spirit of her in this book, but she must keep that spirit about her, which is the hard defender and sassy woman too, that are found missing in this book also, so I'm mentioning again. Yeah, so the most loving moment was her, how she tried to protect her mother with all these trials and tribulations. Yeah, her mother going through things, her going through things. But Jada always tried to protect her mother. And I thought that was the most loving moment, the MVP moment in this book. And this is all alleged, and it's also my opinion based on the book. So that's our girl, and her book is named Wordy.